I think he can hear you, Ray.
Don't move. It won't hurt you.
I feel the need for speed. Ow! So together we're the Three Amigos.
Right here. Stop.
Batman, what happened? Are you okay?
He's slimy.
It's getting hot in here. Is it just me?
No, go past this. Past this part. In fact, never play this again.
Hey, you guys.
Hey, you guys.
Hey guys.
Right off the bat.
Baby Ruth.
Move this man.
It was a conscious decision. Come on.
All right. Welcome to After the Weekend. We are here. It is our 100th review episode. Is that crazy, R2? 100?
It is. I was telling my sister the other day about it. I'm like, I can't believe I've been
Reviewed
doing this for this
movies?
long, and then plus, having my, adding friends on that have kept up with it too. And I'm like, I know we've done more than 100 live streams, but just our episode count for reviews, it's pretty wild. I mean, I remember we got to 10 and it was like, I can't believe I stuck on this and did 10 of them.
Right. So we have 100 reviews. We've reviewed all kinds of stuff from like Top Gun to UHF. We did
Deadpool.
Dragon, Deadpool. We've done, all kinds. What was your favorite review, Rick?
I was gonna say there's a few different kinds though that I have of favorite reviews, because there's the ones where you watch something that's just you have such a blast talking about it and reminiscing. But my other types are when I watch something that maybe I was not a real big fan of, or maybe I hadn't even seen, and I just end up loving it. And one of those that I experienced was Top Gun. I was not a big Top Gun person, like growing up. And I know it's one of your favorites. And when Maria was still on the show, she was real big into it. And you guys pumped it up so much. And I remember when I watched it again, I was like, man, this is just a phenomenal film. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm like, how did I not like this before? And now it is. It's one of my favorite things to watch. I love Top Gun.
There you go. We did it. We made you like a new movie. Beard, you've been with us kind of for almost a year now.
About a year, yeah?
What's your favorite review?
I'm going to go with one of my first ones, and that's Last Starfighter.
Okay.
Because I just love that film just in general.
Okay. Well,
and that was a new watch for me too. I'd never seen that, and I did too. I really enjoyed
yeah, that was one of the reviews you did without me. That was one of my favorite movies.
I think it was actually my first time on this channel was The Last Starfighter.
And you screwed it up.
Yeah. One of my favorite wasn't really a movie, but it was a series. And when we did the one about JFK, the
11/22/63.
That one was fun.
Yeah,
it was fun to do a show and have a couple episodes every Monday and do that. I thought that was really great.
That was good.
So you can check out all of our reviews if you're new here on our channel, or if you're kind of new and you don't know what we've done before. But yeah, we've done 80s movies, 90 movies, and even 2000 movies, and so on. So, and we're wrapping up Adventure Month for our 100th review. And we decided to do a movie that we have never reviewed, what we've seen a lot of, but never talked about it. And that's Goonies. And we have two special guests that we wanted to join us.
Before we continue, though, I just want to say, when we do the shows, we always try to share the workload and everybody take a turn on putting things together. And especially being such a big show, in a short time, JT worked on everything for this. I feel bad about that I wasn't able to help just with current health issues and everything. But I just appreciate you. You've been a wonderful co-host and a great friend.
Oh, wow. Don't make me cry.
He's been pulling the weight because I just show up. I just show up on camera.
Just
the behind the scenes stuff I'm not good at.
That's what she said.
just to be a true friend right there.
Yeah, he's been doing good stuff.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, it's it goes a little bit into what we review and what we talk about and break it down and everything. So sometimes we wing it. Other times we actually get really into like some detail of the movies. But yeah, I hope you feel better very soon, and that you can enjoy.
There's a light coming to the end of the tunnel here soon. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
So let's go ahead and bring on our. Again, I appreciate that. Beard, you need to step up your game. Seriously.
I do. I know.
Okay, so let's go ahead and bring on.
Especially when I'm truly gone for a month.
Now, the person we're going to bring on, she's probably been with us for a while. She's been on our show. She reviewed some movies with us. I think one time we had her on. Was it the Breakfast Club, or if it was for?
She's kind of our official, like, John Hughes co-host.
She is, and this is Nicole.
That's
And
me.
also one of my biggest critics when it comes to movies I haven't seen.
Yeah, and she's gonna give it to you.
Oh Lord.
Yeah,
I was on Killer Clowns from Outer Space too.
she did Killer Clowns Out of Space.
I might need to take this out for Beard. Like, I have never even taken it out. Part of me wants to take it out.
Don't.
That's what she said.
Michael.
You walked into that.
When I heard, I was like, "You what? You haven't seen it yet?" Then I looked over and it was just right there, and I'm like, "Oh, I got it. This is perfect timing." So, one of my favorite shows. One, congratulations on 100 reviews. That's awesome. Absolutely wonderful and great. And I've been just so lucky to be able to be a part of this journey a little bit with you guys. Again, I feel like I am. I'm like one of your, John Hughes buddies. But one of my favorites was a non-John Hughes. And it had Maria in it. Never ending story. I was so excited. I remember like being in your guys' chat and me and Maria going back and forth about the books too. And I was just like, she gets it. This is awesome. You guys are awesome. And I just remember just going, okay, I need to make sure I watch the show because you guys, it was just awesome. You guys have had many, many wonderful reviews. And even with, Pete's Dragon. And I love all the, both family friendly and, after hours. Friendly.
After our weekend harder streams are fun. Very
exactly.
Fun. We always have fun with those. We need to do another one here soon, but it's just those streams are more fun when the three of us are on there. So with Rick kind of being out of it, I miss him on those. Now we have a real famous person on our show. He's so famous he has his own clip.
The tree touched me.
So Tom, how are you?
Tree free since 2021.
Tom, would you like to use my Killer Clowns, my cotton candy gun for the tree?
I would, yes, I would like that. I think it's Spirit Halloween has them, so I know that now. I actually figured out that Spirit Halloween is actually owned by Hot Topic. I did not know that. So
I did not know that either.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's why you'll see some crossover merch in Hot Topic is Spirit Halloween, and Hot Topic owns it, and it probably covers most of their revenue for the year.
Dropping some facts. Very cool.
That's a good fun fact.
So Tom, you've reviewed some movies with us.
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. I get to talk about something that doesn't have to do with a greedy corporation. Well, kind of they do, but sometimes they don't. So
Are you talking about Hot Topic?
No, I'm talking about something with a mouse. Or something.
Well, we don't blame the mouse. We blame the board behind the mouse.
Yeah, I don't blame.
They're hiding behind Mickey, and that's rude.
Yeah,
You know, when you got ears that big, it's easy to hide behind.
I mean, all right. I'm gonna say this. Anyone wants this is a not a shameless plug, but Disney's gonna have a rough 2025. I'm just gonna tell you that it's very bad. If you watch, I did a stream earlier for the bookings for the summer, and no one is booking anything for the summer, which you would normally have bookings now. And I mean,
It's
from May
unfortunate.
to August. So, hey, Epic Universe, I hope you do well, but also that recent turn you did about changing your disability policies again and following suit with Disney may not be a smart one. So I'm just going to say that.
I just like how your dig had a little Elmer Fudd there.
What? That's all. No, that's Porky Pig. Elmer Fudd.
I think Walt himself, he's got to be turning over in his grave, like upset.
Oh,
that this is what's
his frozen head is spinning around in the jar.
It is. I swear it is.
I mean, if you look at how crazy his daughter or his granddaughter is, I don't know. That's crazy.
Well, if you want to get more Disney news, anyone, you can definitely check out Rogue's attraction over there with his travels at the Walt Disney World. Now we do have some people in the chat. I would love to say hi to you, kind of giving us some kudos and also yelling at Beard. So we have
I know
hype. We've got Emma here saying hail. We got Aaron over here saying hello. We got Kat. Found out one of my flatmates hadn't seen this either. So sat her down Sunday night, Clockwork, orange style.
It would have been better if she was like, so I kicked her out.
Yeah.
And then we have Mrs. R2, and she's asking if Beard's going to do the truffle shuffle.
Only
I
if
know I'm not.
Only if somebody donates enough. I don't know what enough is.
And what are we donating to? What organization? What charity?
No, it's tipping to the channel.
To the channel.
If we get if we get up to let's say $50 tipping wise, would you do
Look, I'm not above that. I've been on a stream with duct tape across my chest looking like Leeloo Dallas from Fifth Element. So
and you did it for free.
I did that. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
so that's how you gave yourself a free waxing that day. Got it.
Oh, there's a strip right here down the center. Let me tell you.
I mean, I'm not going to say what I was going to say because I don't want anything to happen to R2's channel. I'm not going to say it.
It's okay. We have Conan here saying hello. And then Aaron had a question. Out of curiosity, are any of you guys actually old enough to get the... Yeah. I was born in 82. So this movie came out in 85. So, yeah, I'm old enough.
I would say, I guess I don't, because I didn't know that was a reference to something.
I didn't remember that it was a reference, but I looked it up, and I think I technically would have known had I seen this movie back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And on the reference to...
I'm sorry.
For booking for Disney stuff, Kat said, I think she works in travel agency or the travel industry in New Zealand. Yeah.
Like I said, if you get us the $55, I will send you the behind the scenes picture of Beard in the thermal underwear.
The electric company lady used to shout it.
From Fifth Element.
The electric company lady used to shout it?
Yeah.
Where's my white duct tape? I can make this happen.
Is that like a show, The Electric Company? Like,
yeah.
It was like Canadian Sesame Street, wasn't that?
Yeah.
Right.
I started with Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers. The rest of the stuff is below me or before me.
Wow.
Before my time.
Below you. Okay. Big wig. All right. So we got our 100 review, and we're going to, like I said, we're doing Goonies, as if anyone wants to know. Yes, it was a show on PBS, the Electric Company. Do you know what PBS is, Tom?
No, I always had stolen cable.
Okay,
I never watched PBS.
It's a public
I'm
broadcasting station, and it's free.
I'm too bougie for 4 hours of commercials for 2 hours of content. That's how it is. I know how PBS works. You get like no this program will be shown to you uninterrupted by commercials, but sit here for 4 hours before you get to watch it.
That never happened on PBS.
Let's say that's right.
Have you ever watched Sherlock? Yes, it does.
And Spider-Man.
Hey, what's up, love it?
You love it.
All right, so yes, this is a first-time watch for Beard of Liberty. We're very shocked that even happened, that it was even a thing with Beard of Liberty.
I've mentioned it a few times to a few people, and basically everyone has disowned me.
Yeah. So this man has never seen the Goonies until this weekend. What day and what time did you actually watch the movie?
Earlier today.
Okay.
For the first time.
What?
Wait. You didn't even watch it like before? Like, oh, you got this signed. Hey, can you watch this? You're like, no, I'm just gonna wait right before.
So
I like to watch. I like to watch the same day of, so it's fresher in my mind.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Or you could have watched it hundreds of times, like me and Rick, and not watch it really at all. I did rewatch it just to make sure I remembered a few things correctly, but
I did too.
Look at this!
Wow. Okay.
Wait. Did she mean shame or same?
I'm assuming she meant same and misspelled.
I think she says shame. I don't like this movie either.
Look, I know a couple people who don't like this movie.
Yeah, there's some people who don't like it. They have good reasons for it. We can get into that. But again, for later on, Beard is going to give us his 10 to 12 minute review, because we're not going to really review the movie because all of us have seen it multiple times.
It's going to be 2 to 3 minutes.
We're going to.
He said.
Yeah. True.
It is.
We're going to do just kind of share the fun moments and kind of get into some fun details about the movie. And that should be. She meant shame.
Okay.
So.
I'm surprised.
Well, I have one thing to tell Beard about him not watching it till this weekend.
Stupid fat homie.
That seems very appropriate with it being Sean Astin.
I know. So yeah, this movie came out in 1985. It was a Steven Spielberg presents film, and then it was also a Richard Donner film as well.
Richard Donner with a very prominent Superman scene.
Yes. And these are two of the original posters that you most likely would have seen in the movie theater when you went to check it out. Very Indiana Jones like.
Yeah, right after Temple of Doom, right? It was 84.
Yep. And this movie was, I believe, PG. So it wasn't PG-13 or anything yet. That still was a thing. Was not a thing. So
no, I was gonna say PG-13 came out this year.
Wasn't it because of Temple of Doom?
Yeah, but
this was a Temple of Doom. Yeah.
This was PG. So I don't know. I don't think this would have been a PG-13 movie if I.
Maybe. I was gonna say they
no.
Nah.
They say the S word an awful lot in it, to where I feel like at that time they may have.
Well, they spell it once because Kwan, I can't pronounce his name.
Data.
Kwan. I'm so sorry. Yeah, he apparently had told his mom he was not going to swear in the film, so he had to spell out his one swear.
Also, short round. So obviously, Steven Spielberg liked him.
He did like him.
He was good.
Yeah, and the poster itself, it looks like an Indiana Jones style type of movie.
This was the peak period for film movie posters.
Yeah, it was.
When there was real art that went into it. It wasn't a formula. They actually spent time and made it look good.
I mean, it wasn't just 6 heads with a head in the middle that's bigger with 6 heads.
Yes.
5 heads around it
with a purple and orange color theme.
Yeah.
I mean, the movie poster itself gave you a feeling for what the movie was without even seeing the trailer. Because
Right,
especially then, that was what sold the movie. So many people would go to the theater not having like any idea exactly what they were going to see.
Yeah, trailers weren't a thing really that you would.
Yeah, I mean, they would show on TV, but they weren't as readily as accessible as they are now. So people would show up and look at movie posters and go, "Oh, that looks good. I'm going to go see that."
So that's the one thing I hate about this time, because this is done by Drew Struzan, who also did like all of the Star Wars movie posters back then and Indiana Jones, and like he was Steven Spielberg's guy. Like people talk about like, oh, we're going to talk about John Williams. No one talks about the movie poster guy. Like no one brings up. Like I feel bad for him.
That dude is a genius when it comes to movie posters.
I do want to say, looking at these two, the one on the left, I just feel like Thanos is getting ready to knock half those children off with that spike he's ripping off. And then the other one actually like almost looks like it could be a poster for the Pirates of the Caribbean ride.
Yes. Agreed.
Almost looks like it could be the porn parody. I don't know why. I'm just saying.
Wow. Why?
Because they're all on top of each other. It's just weird.
That's what she said.
And I'm caught in the middle. Okay.
Oh.
I have.
Okay.
That's what she said.
Hold on. Let her explain.
To the panel. I'm very curious. Would you guys rather or prefer that they go back to more of the movie posters and less trailers? Do you think that would spark more of your attention at this point?
Well,
with
okay, that's a great question. So like right now you have the ability to watch a trailer pretty much anywhere, right? Movie theater, on streaming, or on YouTube. You can just look it up. Back then you didn't really get to see a trailer unless you went into the movie theater or you saw it on TV at the right time.
They only did two. They did a teaser, so they did like a really short one, very minimal, that was usually 30 to 60 seconds. And then they would do a trailer, which would be 90 to like 2.5 minutes, depending on what it was.
Right.
And they did do more commercials, because there was always that famous like Coca-Cola, Indiana Jones commercial and stuff like that, where they had cross promotions more so.
Yeah, they had a lot of more cross promotions. And the posters you would see, outside the movie theater at the time, right? So
It's a difficult question to answer, Nicole, because we've seen so many trailers these days for big movies that give away too much.
Agreed.
Because they're trying to bring people into the film. So on that front, yes, I do think that we should go back to the minimalism as far as promoting films. But also, if we do that, we're already on the cusp of theaters ceasing to exist. So that's a big gamble to go back to kind of the tease rather than the informative trailer sort of thing.
It feels like the trailers nowadays give a little more too much of the movie. There's not a lot of mystery to it. Too much.
Yeah.
They like try to trick you too. Like Avengers, right? They'd always show you something that wasn't in the movie.
Some of that stuff comes down to that very often the studio that produces the trailer has nothing to do with the production of the movie. So very often the movie production company would rather not have something end up in the trailer, but since they don't have the final say on that, because it gets, carted out to somebody else, things show up on the trailer that they would rather not have. So I don't know. The entire industry right now is kind of a mishmash of maybe it's good, maybe it's bad sort of thing.
Love It brings up a good point too, that we miss out on that voiceover.
Yeah.
On the movie film guy.
They could probably
in a world.
Yeah, they could probably do that voice again with AI.
That's true.
No, I don't want AI voice. No thanks.
Well,
they're annoying. Crap.
No, the new voices.
Yeah, they're pretty good though now.
Yeah,
you can't tell. All right. So, anyways, I mean, I did not see this in the movie theater. I was too young to go to the movie theater to see this movie. I do remember renting it a lot at like movie stores. And I'm guessing that's probably the same for all of us here, except for Beard.
Yes.
Okay.
And I also vote for Aaron for voiceover movie job. The dude's got a great voice.
I think he could do it.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I mean, I'm guessing all of us here have mostly watched this on VHS multiple times. So.
Oh yeah, this was always something I feel like 2 or 3 times a year we would rent.
Right. So I'm going to quiz Beard since it's his first watch. These are the 4 original Goonies. I want you to go ahead and name them from left to right.
The only ones I remember, and left is Chunk.
Yeah.
I don't remember number 2. 3 is Mouth, and 4 is Data.
Rudy.
Okay.
His name isn't Rudy in this though.
Yeah, his name's not Rudy in this movie.
Little Rudy.
R2, what left to right, who are the 4 original Goonies? R2.
It's sorry, I was adjusting something. What's the question again?
Yep. Yep. You are now yep.
You want me to name them all?
Yeah.
It's,
left to right.
It's Chunk, Mikey, Mouth, and Data.
That is correct.
Oh wait, no, never mind.
Almost did the truffle
We almost
shuffle.
got the truffle shuffle.
Yes, these are the 4 original Goonies, the 4 kids. And the one thing I liked about the film that these kids were probably told just to be kids because they're over talking to each other. They're screaming, they're yelling. They're like, did you see that? They're like completely 80. They're like totally like squirrel in a lot of moments. They know each other's like, they know when someone's going to trip or fall at certain times.
It's definitely, you definitely get the feeling of kids from that era hanging out together, making up their own story.
Yes. Yep. Samwise, yeah. But yeah, it's almost like they told these kids just to go hang out and be friends and do that through the whole movie. Would you agree to that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
I get that feeling. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what made this movie good because it felt like these kids were actually friends in real life. And you can see them really getting along. Yeah, Data was in Indiana Jones, Temple of Doom prior to this. And then we had Mikey, which is Sean Austin, and he was, he's done a lot of big roles, especially in Lord of the Rings, and he was Rudy. I think Nicole said that.
Yeah, I guess. Sorry.
Yeah. And then
his role in Stranger Things actually was pretty good.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Poor Bob.
Still haven't watched
he did a lot better than you would expect for that character to have done in that show.
Yep. And then you have Mouth, which is Corey Feldman. We all know his antics and movies. One of my other favorite movies of his in the 80s was License to Drive. That's a good one. And then you also had the Burbs, where he's like a teenager, which is wild to see.
Really quick, there's another connection with Mouth, Corey Feldman, and Spielberg. Spielberg produced Gremlins, and Corey Feldman has a small role in that film too.
Yeah, Lost Boys.
Boys.
Yeah, so he
could have played Gollum, right? Gollum. Jesus Christ, Lord of the Rings.
Gollum.
What? Gollum. He could have played a good Gollum. He has that like kind of face and voice to be like my precious.
He actually could have. Okay, I won't sugarcoat it. That's a weird take, but yes, I do agree.
Yep.
Sorry, the Samwise made me think he could be precious. I don't know.
And Chunk, he kind of didn't really do a lot of acting. He was on Family Ties a little bit. He did like the rounds with his crazy antics as a child, but he kind of stopped acting, and now he does legal advice for for actors.
Mhm.
So and entertainment.
Well,
So
I
that's
mean,
pretty cool.
even the actor that played Data, I'm just going to say that because I keep butchering his name anytime I try to say it. Like, he went into doing behind the scenes stunts and producing for so long until very recently when he got actually back into acting. I think his last acting role on screen was a brief, very brief scene in Encino Man, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then after that, he basically just said, I don't want to deal with this. And he did all behind the scenes until the Everything Everywhere All at Once recently.
Still think he should have came back a short round for Indiana Jones.
Yeah, that would have been amazing.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
And you know what? That would have made sense because he would have been the same age, like he would have been like a good age to come back, like because they did when they brought back Indiana Jones. He was old and gray, and this kid would have probably been in his
well.
Man, I would love to see Short Round come back and take hold of the whip and the hat and everything.
Oh yeah, well, just because he was like Indy's adoptive son,
right?
That happened to disappear in the third movie.
Yeah, I know.
Well, we don't need to talk past the second movie there. So anyway,
only 3 Indiana Jones.
Or the third,
Last
the third
Crusade
movie,
is
rather.
the best one of them.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's not what we're here for.
No, what we're here for though is your 10-minute review of Goonies.
I can't make 10 minutes out of this.
Well, if you can't
Start
get 10
doing
minutes,
the truffle shuffle, and we'll get 8 of them.
Yeah. I wanted to give you at least 10 minutes to talk about the movie. There we go. Oh, you almost did it.
All right, let me get this. You know what? No, I should do truffle shuffle first.
Wait.
All right. Now that
Any
I've debased
portly
myself
kid
for
in
the
'90s had to
for
deal with
comedy.
that. I'm just saying that any portly kid in the 90s had to deal with that. I did my fair share truffle shuffle as a child.
All right.
Who's your big stud?
That's me, honey.
Take me to bed or lose me forever.
Show me the way home, honey.
So now that everybody's riding high on that, let me get everything I have to say out before anybody judges me on this. I think similar to when I watched Ferris Bueller's for this show, I recognize why it is such a cultural I recognize why it is such a cultural touchstone for people. It set out to do a thing. It did the thing well. Me watching it today, I recognize that I've missed the window to truly appreciate it for what it was. So let me say this. While I did not enjoy it nearly as much as I think most people have previously, I recognize that why people have enjoyed it. Because I have obviously missed that window. I'm 41 now. This movie was made for a specific time period in people's lives. Like I said, similar to Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And if you miss that window, then as much as you might enjoy it, you will never truly enjoy it as much as people who experienced it at that time. So I hope that comes across. It's okay. This movie is okay to me today, but I recognize that had I seen this younger, I would have enjoyed it more because it's basically a live action cartoon. And I can get that. So I don't want to come out like I'm just being a negative Nancy about this and just hating on it. I recognize that it. Yeah, shut up, JT. I recognize that it is good. Yeah, I'm canceled. Look, people already want to cancel me because I think Aliens 1 is better, or Alien 1 is better than Aliens. So who
That's
cares?
a true statement. I'm okay with that statement.
You're such a crotchety old man. You know that?
Hey, look. Yeah, okay. Do I need? Hold on. Do I need to switch over to the? Yeah, I should do that. Let me go ahead. All right. So, like I said, I'm not hating on the movie. I recognize that I missed the window, so I think it's okay. All right, I need to switch back because otherwise Nicole is going to die.
Right.
I was
Beard,
wanting to knock the dog
serious
in.
question, though. I just have a serious question. So, what did you think of like Ghostbusters, Frozen Empire, and Ghostbusters Afterlife? Out of curiosity, I'm curious.
Afterlife, I really liked. Frozen Empire didn't pique my interest enough. I haven't seen it yet.
So it's not the kids. It's not the young ones starring in the movie, because I know a lot of people like see Goonies as adults saying, "I can't watch these kids."
Right.
Like, I can't watch that. So it's not that aspect. So how is Afterlife not a cartoon, but Goonies is?
Goonies gets very cartoonish, especially sometimes with Data and his gadgets.
Oh yeah, and a 75-pound girl holding a 100-pound proton pack.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying no, but I mean, like when he like falls down, he shoots out a spring-loaded like toy.
Inspector Gadget existed back in the day.
Yes, look, I get it. That's why I say it's like a live-action cartoon,
so like Batman.
But at the same time, let me say this as well, because at the same time that the other ridiculous stuff is happening in that movie, at the end of the movie, when his dad shows up and pulls his jacket open to show the camera contraption that he has, and it fails, and he says, "Don't worry, don't worry about it. You can't take a picture of a hug," or whatever the line is.
You can't hug a picture.
It's a very touching moment. So yeah, there's the ridiculous in there, but I recognize that it still has the very like heartfelt moments as well. So I don't want people to think I'm hating on the movie. I just think I missed the window for it. And I blame that completely on myself and not the film.
Hey, you know what? At least you're honest, and you came with your own opinion, and I think people are going to appreciate it, but hate you for it.
Would you watch it again?
I just have to say, I think we have a new segment, and it should be like Beard Rants, and it's just Beard puts up the dog and complains about something for like 5-10 minutes, and that's it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you should get the VTuber model going of that little dog.
There's a reason that I have that dog on standby for my virtual cam like setup. Beard,
we appreciate you on here. We love it when you say you haven't seen a movie. But I had a feeling that this was going to happen because you did do the same thing with Ferris Bueller. But
Ferris
you're right.
One I just don't get that.
I totally understand where you're coming from. Where if you watched this when you were the same age as those kids or younger, you probably would have liked it like how we all have. Or if you were a fan of a Pirates.
That's harsh.
Beard's been sipping the haterade like a white girl chugging pumpkin spice lattes.
I will say it is kind of funny because I had never seen Last Starfighter. Beard did, grew up watching it, and I really liked it. I wasn't like, I felt like this was not for me. I'd grown out of it.
Well, I mean, there are some movies like Goonies and Ferris Bueller that are very time period and like you going through a stage of life centric, like that's what they really focus on, and I think that's kind of like if you miss that, then it's harder to appreciate.
All right, you got me. You're right. Even at 40, I hope one day aliens come down and be like, R2, we need you to save our galaxy.
Look, that's just the standard masculine mindset, R2.
So you're saying it has to be like you have to watch Goonies when you're between 7 and 10. And
no, you don't have to. It's easier to fall in love with it then in a certain time period than it is later on. Like I said, maybe I'm completely wrong in how I.
Just when I think you've said the stupidest thing ever, you keep talking.
Look, I was asked a question. I'm trying to answer it. Shut up. Look,
I'm just trying to get to where Beard's coming from here because it's.
Look, what?
That's what she said.
Whatever my take on this movie is, I fully accept that it is on me that I feel like I have missed the window where I personally would have appreciated the film. Maybe that doesn't apply to everybody, but for me, I missed that window. So I don't want to sound like I'm just like negging on this movie just to do it.
No, but my point is, do you think it's a good movie and you just you don't get the concept of watching it now, or is it just that you don't think it's a good movie and you don't get why you should watch it now?
Or you like it but you don't love it?
I think it is okay, and that me personally, I would have enjoyed it a lot more had I seen it at a much younger age. And then that would have endeared me to it so that I could further enjoy it later on in life. Okay. If that makes sense.
The nostalgia.
What part did you like about the movie, and what part did you dislike of the movie? I'm gonna ask the same question for everyone on the panel, but we're gonna start with Beard.
Just in general, the like I said, it sounds like it's a negative thing, but the story, everything feels like a cartoon from the period, like the time period that the movie was made, and I like that. I just think that it was being live action and drawn out for cinematic length as opposed to 30-45 minutes as in cartoon form. Kind of watered down some other things.
Okay, all right. So you didn't ask my question. What did you like about the movie, and what did
you know what I'm saying? I like the basis of it. I like the characters of it. I like the fact that it kind of plays into especially us guys back in the day, just the imagination of you head out of the house and you're gonna make up your own story until dark falls and you have to go home before the streetlights turn on.
Their time. Down here, it's our time.
Yeah, exactly. So I get that. I appreciate that, because I was definitely one of those kids where, you just go outside, disappear into the woods, and you just have to be home before it gets dark.
I just think Beard doesn't like kids who has lisps, and that probably annoying him at all costs. So, R2, what was your favorite moment of the movie, and your least favorite moment of the movie? Let's see if someone can answer the question.
Well,
me last, please.
in a middle class family, and nobody got that joke.
Okay.
Favorite moment? That's tough. I like a lot of moments in the film. I think just seeing the four of them kind of like start the adventure and being together, where like everybody's like they want to go on this adventure and they keep scaring each other. Like that's something like it reminds me of like me and my friends growing up as kids. But with the four of them together kind of like plotting and scheming, I feel like I always enjoy. And out of all the characters, I would say Data's my favorite.
He reminds me of you.
And I love all his inventions, and that was always something too I feel like I can relate to as a kid, like wanting to make things.
Yeah. If I were to pick a character that you would represent, it would be Data.
And those are my favorite moments of the film. But what I kind of like don't like is I get very annoyed by the Brand and gosh, I can't think of her name, the cheerleader. Their romance. I mean, it's such high school, but I'm always like, of course it is.
Oh, this is so great! I'm no longer the most hated person by Nicole on the panel.
That's fine. I'm just saying those are. I'm like skip over this stuff.
R2 is more into the seaworthy love affair.
Yes, that's right, Andy.
Yeah, Andy with a Y.
Just look underneath your foot.
Well, okay, I can get that. If you're a young kid and you're a boy, you're just into like pirates and stuff like that. You don't really want involved. Nicole, what was your favorite part of this movie, and what did you dislike, if you had any?
Yes. So I'm going to start with my dislike because I think it's always good to land on a positive. I think as a kid, this is going to sound odd, but definitely now as an adult more. I didn't like at the beginning when he looked like he committed suicide. Don't ask me why, but that stuff just has always bothered me. Even more so now. Even
You're talking about one of the brothers of the
I didn't
villain.
like that. Yeah, the Fratelli brothers. I didn't like that. I don't know why, but that just didn't. It's whatever.
Yeah.
But what I did love, one, I love the adventure. I love the pirate fun and the excitement of friendships. I totally understood the brothers because I swear, even though I had a brother and I was a sister, I got it totally. What I really loved though was Chunk and Sloth. I loved that friendship. I loved the loyalty and that, hey, you guys, and he came to rescue them. And then at the end, they protected him.
They adopted him.
Each other. Yes. And that is the heart of Goonies right there. Something that Beard eventually will understand. He just needs to get there. Maybe if he hangs out with Goonies a little bit longer, he'll understand.
I understand. I like the fact that they came to his defense at the end of the movie. Yeah, I like that.
Yes. Can we take him back in time? Does anybody have a TARDIS so we can take him in or something? A DeLorean?
Tom has a Zort.
Sounds
so
good.
I don't
do something about this.
I mean, there's some time machine somewhere somewhere in Central Florida, probably. One of the parks has one. We can borrow it.
What was your favorite moment and your least favorite moment?
So I have to say, Mouth and Chunk are my favorite. Mouth had some of the best lines in the movie, and so did Chunk. Chunk, I love for his tall tales. You know, like the stuff about Michael Jackson didn't come over to my house, but his sister did. And of course, when in the beginning, when Mikey, like the statue breaks his mom's statue, Mikey gets like, "Oh my God, that's my mom's favorite piece," and Mouth is just like, "You wouldn't be here if it wasn't." Like I just think like those two characters are the teens and 20-somethings in the movie, Chunk and Mouth, where
he does have a lot of great lines.
Mikey being the younger kids. And honestly, I think, like you said, Josh Brolin and the girl, I didn't like the short-haired girl. She felt like she was in a different movie sometimes. I don't know why.
Yeah, she's sometimes a little out of place.
Yeah, she seems like too much modern character. But I think Mouth and Chunk are the best. Like, they're the best. Sloth is like my third. Like, Sloth and Chunk together are like, you know, peanut butter and jelly or Beard and not liking classic movies. I don't know.
Ooh.
But
wow.
Like, do you have something against comedy? That's my curiosity. No,
What?
I like how you could have got the easy way out and said, "I really like the poster." By the thing you liked about the movie, by the way, you could have taken that easy out. Like, oh, I really like the poster.
Look, there's a lot to like here. I just think I missed the boat on really truly appreciating it.
Right. What part did you not like? What's up, Mr. Butters?
Hey, Butters.
Howdy,
I
Dutch.
kind of wish there wasn't like a huge I like Sloth, and I wish Sloth was kind of separated from the human villains in that way. Like they just happen to come across almost like a Wendigo type figure or something, where they come across Sloth living alone in this cave, and he just got left there or something. Like I don't need the gangster money thing, all that story. I think it could have just been like, oh hey, we found a pirate ship, because that's possible, especially back in the 80s. Like not everything's been found yet.
Right.
But
so
that was about it.
That. So
I kind of like the idea if they had gone with everything that happened with the pirate ship wasn't confirmed at the end, that it may have still been in their heads as just boys out having fun and making up their own story and things like that.
So where would Sloth have come from? Or is Sloth the person trying to touch him at the end?
You know, maybe he was, real, maybe not. I mean, it could have been somebody that came across at the end, but I kind of like the idea that it was kind of in their head.
There wasn't cell phones. They were big.
I was talking to Dutch about this earlier. He kind of got spoilers on my opinions.
Yeah. So one of my favorite moments was I was a really big fan of pirates when I was a kid. I'm talking. I loved Hook the movie. I loved Peter Pan because of the pirates. I just loved reading about pirates. So this movie all 100% got me hooked just because of the whole pirate aspect. This movie probably could have been not very good, and I still would have liked it because of the pirates. So that was one of my favorite moments in it. One of my least though was the really because I got the reason why they needed the villains to like be chased. But I didn't really like I love the mom. She was always funny. But I didn't really like the two brothers. I always thought they were kind of annoying when I was watching as a kid. Now when I watched it as an adult, I got the reason why they were there, and they needed to be chased so that way they can keep moving forward and not turn back on their adventure. And I also felt bad for the neighborhood because really the true story about this whole movie isn't just about pirates and kids. They're moving. They are one day away from their house being bought from the evil rich man of the entire town. And he's going to take their entire town, their section of town, and turn it into a golf course. So they're all on their last adventure. They're all about ready to go, like he said in the movie, they're going to go to a different school. They're going to go to a different movie theater. They're not going to be friends anymore. So
yeah, right at the very end when Rosalita starts yelling out and Mouth is going, what is it? Oh, pen? No, sign. No, don't sign.
Yeah. So the fact that they get to go on this adventure one last time and then also save the town so they can continue their hopefully long friendships in life is pretty fantastic. So I remember watching this movie, Picture House, in the movie Picture House when it first came out. It was a miracle to see on screen.
We all have to remember that Dutch Butters is about 150 years old. So
well, speaking of in the theaters, we'll do that later. We're gonna find out what else in the theater. But now we're gonna do we're gonna do the numbers, and we're going to guess the budget and the box office for the movie.
11, 92, 12.
So we're going to do something different this time. We have the budget. We have the opening weekend, which was June 9th, 1985. And then we have gross worldwide. So, again, we'll start with Beard. What do you think the budget is? And what do you think the other numbers are?
Well, my gut says the budget's pretty low until you get to that ship set, which I think probably brought it up a little bit, but still in general I think it's probably pretty low. I want to say
one note though, the only CGI in this movie is the rocks falling down in the tunnel. Everything else is pretty made.
I want to lean towards like 12 to 15 million on the budget. I think worldwide it probably did pretty good because, like I said, I think I missed the window, but I recognize that it was a hit. So worldwide is probably, I don't know, 80, 90 million.
Okay.
I think it did really well. And as far as the opening, I think it probably hit its budget on the opening. So since I said 12 to 15, I'm going to say maybe 15 million on the opening weekend.
Okay, so you said 9 million was the budget, 12.
Well, like let's say like 12 million budget, 15 opening, and like 80 million gross. Let's go with that.
Okay. R2, what do you think? Unless you looked it up.
No, I didn't. For the budget, I think 10 million is my guess, and I'm gonna say. I think it did probably on its opening, maybe half that, 5 million.
Okay.
And I think, I almost feel like this was something that was a bigger home video success than it was at theater. So I'm going to say it probably did. This is actually a lot for back then too, but I'm going to assume it did 45. I'm going to split it in between 40 and 50 million.
Okay. Nicole.
Oh, I can't. I can neither nor deny anything at this point. I'm going to steal my friend Ubaldo's saying here because I already know, so I can't play the fun game. I will say for Tom though, think Up and Up from Up and Up.
That's unfair. You come in here with your knowledge, being all smart, knowing things.
Okay.
Okay, but I always come prepared.
She's telling Tom to go up and up.
Prepared.
That's what she said.
Look, anytime I show up prepared, I'm told no. You just have to pretend like you don't know. That's what she said.
I think we might be are we going for records tonight or what? I mean, just like,
All right, Tom, what do you think?
All right. So budget.
And this is 1985 numbers. It's not
23 million. I don't know.
Okay, so
Something
you're
like
saying
that.
23 million?
20 to 23 million. I'm guessing.
Okay.
I have no. Gross worldwide. I don't know, 110 to 130, maybe.
Okay.
Domestic and international together.
All right. So here we go. Hey, you guys. The numbers are, it was 19 million was the budget. A lot of special effects, but was not really a lot of CGI. Then opening weekend, it did a little over 9 million. So it was almost there. And then gross worldwide, 64 million. Now in the US, it made 63 million. So it made an extra $1 million or so overseas. So there you
I
go.
was basing all my numbers on reputation alone because I know the reputation of this movie.
Yeah, 'cause I'm like, they didn't pay these kids much. They were probably paid in toys, T-shirts, cigarettes,
Coke.
Yeah, I think I don't think it's. I think Corey Feldman said like for 6 months of work, he only made $40,000. Like, damn, as a kid, only making $40,000 for 6 months of work. Yes, sign me up.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Well, I don't think you want to live with Corey Feldman's life, though. I mean,
true. I do want to tour with him. He sounds like a great time.
You know, I have to admit though, he's kind of right because, okay, of course, as the actor who plays Chunk would know in the long run as an entertainment lawyer, what they have gotten out of this movie. Let's say if they would have gotten rights, I mean, to like their action figures, merchandise, and stuff, they should still be getting royalties.
They should be. Yeah.
I mean, it's still early on before that kind of became kind of the norm, I think.
I think.
I don't
well,
think
they made.
would have gotten
We'll talk about it later,
royalties.
but they had stuff. Corey
Feldman
Feldman.
I didn't have the same contract either.
Yeah, Corey Feldman. I think he still gets some stuff from this movie. He is at a master air guitar. Yes, he is very good at that. So this is some photos of what they look like now. We didn't really talk about the two girls.
You did. Talked about Andy. By the way, I was a cheerleader.
I made fun of
I guess
Steph.
that means nothing.
Right.
Wasn't
So Andy, that's Carrie Green. She went on to do Summer Rental, Lucas, 3 for the Road, and then she decided to do a couple of shows like ER, Mad About You. She has spoken at Comic Cons, but she kind of just faded away from Hollywood. She really didn't any more movies. And then the Stephanie, Martha Pimpleton, she went on to do a lot more other movies. Like she was also in ER. She did mostly TV stuff, but she was mostly on HBO type TV shows. So The Good Wife, she was in Raising Hope, so on. So a lot of them were still acting, as you know. And then Josh Brolin, he's Mr. Chin, Thanos. So he's I would say out of all of them, I would think he was the one that had probably the more lucrative career. Would you agree?
I guess overall, maybe, yeah.
I mean, because he was in No Country for Old Men as well. You know, he was in Avengers.
He had a more lucrative career later in life.
Yeah.
At this time period, I would say Sean Astin probably had the most. Early
on, Sean Astin and Corey Feldman. certainly, but Josh Brolin later
So-
on in life.
Here's a quote from Josh Brolin. He told EW in 2007 he had a blast filming this movie, but it was the worst effing movie I could have done for my first role.
Yeah.
And
Well,
people
but half these kids too come from Hollywood families because Sean Astin is John Astin's son.
Oh.
Josh Brolin is
Yeah, I looked at. I don't think I made a note of it for any trivia.
James
but
Brolin. And
almost
then,
almost every character in this has like Hollywood fame connections.
That's for everyone.
Plimpton, her dad is John Carradine, and I can't think of her uncle's name, but her uncle is Skolnick from Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh, I thought you were going to say David Carradine from.
Oh yeah, and her other uncle from Kung Fu.
Yeah.
The Yahoo did do a thing about how much each of them are worth right now, in terms of the cast. So this was, I think, before Hugh Kwan did Everything Always or Everything Everywhere, whatever how that movie's called. So they put him at $1 million so far in net worth from his entire career. Same with Corey Feldman. Then we have the next one would be Cary Green at $2 million right as of 2024 and Robert Davey only $2 million. Then Jeff Cohen at $4 million.
I was just gonna say he's higher up.
Martha Plimpton at $4.5 million. That's Steph.
Yep.
Then Joey Pantalone or whatever you want to say it. $8 million for him. He did have a good career because he was in a bunch of other
Bad
movies.
Boys.
And Hill Street Blues and Risky Business and stuff like that. So he did have then Sean Astin at $10 million, followed by Josh Brolin, only at $35 million. I thought he had a lot more to his name than that.
He didn't get well. I mean, we've all seen him throughout Hollywood. They didn't really disappear, which some child actors do, right? Or they're not around, living. So they do kind of. It's good to see that they're still doing their thing for the most part. These were the villains. We keep talking about them. The Fratelli brothers, the guy who always sang Italian songs. And then you have, like I said, the guy, what was his name in the movie?
Joey Pants.
Yeah, the other brother, Francis, he was in Bad Boys. He was their chief in the movie Bad Boys. And then the mom, she terrified me as a kid. Always.
Yeah, Anne Ramsey scared the shit out of me as a kid.
Oh yeah, she was the most terrifying thing ever. I would watch Friday the 13th over seeing her.
I would see her in a movie and
I was going to mention Francis as being Cypher in Matrix.
It took me far longer than I would like to admit to before I realized that she was a mom.
Yeah, she was so crazy.
I mean,
now,
they did not do her any favors in this film because I just fully expected that was just like some dude with long hair and a beret.
Oh my god!
Oh my
and
god!
Look, this is not anything against the actress. Like I said, what they did with this movie, they had an intent and they set out and they did it. And I think they accomplished what they wanted with her.
She was, and also Throw Mama from the Train, which she's a great.
Who scares you more, her or Beth Midler in Misery?
Her.
Almost always Bette Midler.
Was it Kathy Bates or Beth Midler in Misery? It's Kathy Bates.
Yeah.
Okay, Kathy Bates in Misery. I'm sorry.
Oh, Kathy Bates can embody scary so good.
Wait, Beard, have you seen Misery?
Not Misery, but I've seen her in plenty of other things. She can. I know Kathy Bates can absolutely make you scared.
You should watch Misery.
I just want to say, I think Beard could definitely pull out wearing a beret.
I can't believe he said that. So, one of the things to note is, you know what, Archie, you mentioned it earlier. A lot of us probably seen it on VHS. This is kind of what it looked like on VHS. if you have a clamshell version of this movie and it's graded and sealed up, it is currently worth $1,500. This movie.
I have to check my VHSs.
Right?
I'm gonna go down to
flying out of his
Goodwill.
room.
Yeah. So yeah, the mom was a woman version of Sam Kinison. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Oh God!
Oh my God!
Horrifying.
Horrible.
Now I'm thinking back to school. Oh God.
Oh!
Can you imagine how many times this movie was watched here with that kind of cover? Look at that thing. It is literally.
It is heavy. That is a heavy metal cover. That is like straight out of like a Pantera album.
It's in Spanish too.
Is that why it's worth 1,500? It's like
no. The other one is the other one's in English.
El Goonies.
No, Goonies. Yeah, Los
Goonies.
Los Goonies.
Yeah, Los Goonies. The other thing too about this movie was it had a octopus that no one's seen.
Mm-hmm.
So Beard brought this, or R2 reminded me about this, and I swear I saw this scene on TV.
I thought you did too.
Well, because when you watch the film, right, it's Data who makes the point of, oh, the octopus was very dangerous, which really seems like such a chunk thing to say, because it sounds so far-fetched. And then, I remember years later finding out there was a deleted scene where they battle an octopus and give him Data's headphones.
Yeah,
it's like the Bruce from Jaws, but didn't get the final cut.
Yeah, they actually made the octopus. He has a card. Like if you bought the Goonies bubblegum cards, it had its own card. So they were expecting it to put it in the movie.
Just so you know, if you have a 9.0 of Goonies right now, the last one on market on auction sold for $50,000.
Wow.
Not 1,500.
Wow.
Well, that's what we really need a time machine for.
There's
all kinds of versions. So
there's a YouTube channel that I like that's called Hats Off Entertainment that looks at older films and sometimes will compare the theatrical release versus the many, and I stress the word many, TV releases, because sometimes they would bring in things that didn't make theatrical because they had to cut some things, but they had to pad other things. So they bring in scenes that weren't in there. So you get like a cut of Uncle Buck on TV that was one cut for New York in the US and different cut for like Quebec in Canada. And both are different from the theatrical release. So I don't doubt that there's probably a cut out there someplace that actually had the octopus in it.
Yeah, and it almost takes out Steph. So and to be Def Rose point, it is in the music video. And we're going to talk about the music here a little later, but it is in the music video. It does grab what's her name?
Cyndi Lauper.
Cyndi Lauper. Yeah. All right. So now we're gonna see what was in the movie theaters at the same time as this movie, and see what we could have seen also.
We're trying to watch the movie.
So here's the first week, June 7th through 9th, 1985. Rambo Part 2 was the #1 movie at the time. It was on its third week. Look at the difference in the numbers there. And then you have Goonies, Fetch, Perfect, Brewster's Millions, View to Kill. Beverly Hills Cop was on its 27th week. Witness, Police Academy 2, and then the 10th movie there is Definitely Secret.
That was a Madonna flick.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
But Beverly Cop's good movie. Brewster's Millions, good movie.
I was gonna say, like, I would probably watch like 8 out of 10 of those movies.
Yeah, we should probably review some of these movies. But if you look at the numbers there, I mean, Beverly Cop was killing it on its almost 30th week in the movie theater.
Yeah.
But the rest of them are pretty, like the ones that were close to their first or second week, they were kind of close to each other. And Goonies was, #2.
There's some good stuff there. Now, play a game in the comments. Which of these movies has Beard seen?
Well, if you would have asked yesterday, it would have been.
He's doing Vogue.
I'm going to say you haven't seen Fletch.
I will confirm nor deny because I'm going to wait for the comments. Engagement, YouTube.
You want them to guess which movie that you haven't seen?
Yeah.
I thought you said
Guess
something
which.
about
So basically, anything that someone liked forever, haven't seen it. So there's your hint.
So we have, I say 2.
I feel like the only one he saw was Witness. I don't know why. That's like, I feel like the only one he did see.
I will not confirm or deny on this stream. Y'all are gonna have to just guess.
I'm going to say haven't seen about 5 of these.
I didn't say number. Guess which one, or
You
2,
have
or
seen or
3,
haven't
or 4 that I haven't that I have not seen.
I was gonna say
All right.
perfect.
There'll
'cause I don't
be
know
a
what the hell
lot less
movie
that
that
you
is.
did see. I feel
What
like
movies have you seen on this list? Just tell
Fetch
people.
was actually fun. I like
They're
Fetch.
guessing.
This is actually something I've thought for a while for the channel. Is like we should just leave a poll at the end of every episode. Which movies do you think Beard has seen?
Okay. But I want to know what is the number? What is it? What's going on here?
Oh, I'm not telling y'all here. Y'all have
He's
to wait
trying
out.
to drive engagement, so he will. It's YouTubing.
Yeah.
For what you've
It's
seen,
not clickbait because it's
crazy.
legitimate.
Yeah, but we don't have that many people in the chat. They've already guessed.
Yeah, I don't care. Okay, that sounds bad. Thank you, people in the chat. The people who comment later. All right, fine. I'll switch to the dog.
So I'm just gonna put Beard's face on top of the dog's head.
Hey, Beard.
And there's the shirt for you guys. I
Okay.
just put the top
All
half
right.
of his face and the bottom half be the dog.
See you later, Dutch Butters. Gotta
see you,
jam.
Dutch. Thanks for
Thanks
coming
for
by,
stopping by,
bud.
man. We really appreciate you.
Take care, buddy.
He's gonna go explore California soon. All right, so Beard, how many have you not seen on this list?
Oh, I can't tell you that right now.
Okay,
I'm
we're
playing the
moving
game. I'm playing the YouTube game.
You can do a community post on your channel. You have enough people to do a community post.
Yeah.
Put a poll up and ask how many movies in 1985.
How about this? Can Beard put it in the private chat? We won't say it out loud. Is that fair?
I don't know if I trust y'all to not, spoil things.
No, nobody spoil it. But at least
I will only laugh. That's it.
Put it in the private chat.
I promise.
All right, I have to.
No,
just
nobody
continue.
spoils it.
Continue.
It's okay. So here's the list again for anybody who hasn't. Look, even Ubaldo's getting upset. He never gets upset.
He stole your life.
So there was a soundtrack to this movie, and there was a
It's a new
CD.
offer.
Yep, the Goonies are good enough.
There's actually 2 parts to the music video too.
Yeah, there's a music video where I think all the kids were in the music video. With
Everybody but
wrestlers.
Andy. There was I think I remember reading just she was not available to appear in it, but all the other kids are there.
See, I knew it, Beard. I knew it.
Don't you say anything. Don't you say this.
As a kid, I love this music video.
Yeah, this was a fun. It had all the wrestlers too. I think
yeah.
I think everybody was in it except for like Hulk Hogan.
I showed it to little Spidey, and he's like, "This is so weird, Dad." I'm like, "This is the '80s. This is how it was. This is what was cool."
Yeah, she had a fun time. I think making this movie.
Yeah, look, girls just want to have fun.
Yeah, girls just want to have fun. You're right, Beard. You are absolutely correct. Now, the other cool fact about this is the town for this movie. Astoria and Cannon Beach were the filming locations, which you can go to this place right now and take a picture by the house and see the sign and look at the rock and do all the wishing well stuff. I mean, I think it's all there. You could do like a tour. There's numerous YouTube channels that have toured all these places, but the house is still there.
Man, if I owned that house previously, I would be just farming that out.
Be an Airbnb.
Oh yeah.
And there's another movie that we reviewed that was also from the same location.
Does that mean that you would have you would be
Big Iron
storing
Cop.
Mr. Walsh's sexual torture devices in the attic.
Okay, moving on.
Before we move on, I can confirm that the coast of Oregon is absolutely gorgeous. It's beautiful. I've been to the coast of Oregon many times up in Florence and stuff. I've always wanted to go to Astoria because they actually made that like a national day, like a national holiday up there. So I would, but it's absolutely gorgeous. So if you can go.
Yeah, and like I said, Kindergarten Cop was also filmed there. We reviewed that movie as well.
Yeah.
Yes, you guys have.
Mm-hmm.
Do we talk
I
about?
must have had a tax haven at that point.
Gynecologist.
But yeah, there's another scene on the beach that you can remake the scene if you want to. But yeah, it's a real place where they are. It's pretty crazy. One thing to note though, when we were doing characters, we forgot to talk about it. Sloth, that actor, unfortunately, he passed away shortly after this movie released,
like
a few
4
years.
Mm-hmm.
He was a football player. He played for the Raiders, and unfortunately he had an overdose, so he passed away. He was 38 years old.
Oh,
wild. But yeah, he's the only one out of the Goonies group that isn't in this photo, anyways. That isn't with us, which I thought that was pretty wild. And that's crazy that the makeup on that guy. He had to wear like a fake eye.
Yeah, it was the dangling eye was controlled by like a couple of servos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, on the ear tips too.
Yeah, on the ear tips, and
yeah.
You get that end scene, it does make me go like, why were they not like, can we get a boat and go chase after that pirate ship that's full of gold?
Don't ask questions, R2. You're gonna start sounding like me.
I know.
He's not gonna sound like a dog ever.
Good night, love. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Okay. So normally what we do, the three of us, Beard, R2, and me, we review this movie live on criticalist.com. So that's where we're going to do our final, kind of our wrap up here. So anyone who doesn't know what criticalist.com is, it is a review site that you can go out and put up your own review of a movie. And it's all other normal, regular day people out there doing criticalist.com.
Yeah.
Then it's not
and as
like,
I say every time, we're not sponsored. We just like them.
Yeah. And it looks like Beard has already put his vote in for the movie.
I have not. I'm actually going to defer to the rest of the panel because I know I'm the outlier. And I can put my own review in later on. So I'm not going to taint this review.
Excuse me.
Love.
So this is what you do. You go to the website, you review it, and you can follow us out there if you want. But you take this little slider and you kind of go up the line, and I'm guessing it's kind of right up around here, somewhere within the most excellent. So we're in the 90 range. That's where I'm going to put it for me. I'm priced right around probably here, 93. R2, what do you think? You agree or disagree with the slider?
I agree. I mean, again, though, it's right, the nostalgia. It's growing up with this film, but I mean, I still love to watch it to this day, and now, also too, being able to watch it with my kid, he enjoys it. That brings a lot more fun to it as well.
Right. Nicole, what do you think of the review?
I think you're about right on that.
Okay.
I love it. I'm with R2. I watched it as a kid. I watched it with my brother. I watched it with my parents. I'm sure we might have seen it in the drive-in. And then when I had my daughter, when she got old enough, she's seen the Goonies. And we actually got to go see, we had a theater up in Waukegan, Illinois that actually had brought it back to the big screen. It was so neat because they set it all out. Like they brought out everything you can think of, props and everything. It was a wonderful, magical time, and she just loved it. It was great.
Great.
I mean, kind of raised her right watching really good movies, from the 80s.
Yeah, exactly. Tom, you agree on the slider there?
Yeah, I would give it easily 9 out of 10 or higher. It's a classic film. I probably will watch it maybe once a year at least.
Yeah. So so it looks like it's going to be a most excellent for all of us. Beard, I am curious.
Look, I can't argue with what you're saying. I acknowledge everything that this movie has brought, historically and through your past and everything like that. So I'm not letting my viewing of this today change what we're doing here, because I can't agree. I can't disagree with you. That's what I mean.
So the graphic language, I mean, they
tell us where you rate it, or I'm going to tell everybody in the chat what you told us on how many of those films you've seen. I want to know.
You can't take that back. Look, I'll rate my own review. That's that's where that
everyone.
goes.
He'll rate his own review on Criticals. If you want to know, you can go to criticals.com and check it out. So
I won't take the cotton candy gun to you. I promise.
I think really the only graphic language in this movie is the word shit. So I think it's just a bit.
Well, and also the one where he was spelled S-H-I-T because he told his mom he wouldn't actually curse in the film.
Yeah.
He didn't curse.
Spelling it isn't cursing.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not saying the actual word. You're saying the letters.
Right.
There was
I used that in school. I used it in grammar school.
There was
I didn't
a little
say FUC. Never mind.
There was a little violence. There was a police chase, some gunfire.
ORV.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
ORV.
guns and there's a little bit of yeah.
Well, and then you have also again with the Fratelli brothers at the beginning in the jail.
Yeah, there's a little bit of not nudity, but they do kiss. A lot of kissing.
Yeah, let's just not acknowledge the
nobody
fact
wants to
that
see that deleted Anne Ramsey scene.
Well, I was going to talk about when did he get braces? It's like, let's not talk about the age difference there.
Family friendly. I would say it's a very 100% friendly movie. And this is a new slider. How much entertainment value? So if you didn't like the movie, like A Beard of Liberty, do you think it's a ton of fun? I'm going to say a ton of fun. So
it's a lot of fun. I agree.
Yeah. Beard hated it.
No.
Beard
well, you're not going to tell us, so
Beard
I'm just
lost
going to
his inner child. That's what happened. Beard lost his inner child.
I know that I'm the problem with enjoying this film. I'm not blaming the film.
Why does Beard sounds like some? Oh no, I'm gonna pull that back.
All right.
I'm gonna pull it back.
There we go. There's our review. We'll put the link to our video on there after the fact. So it's our most excellent. And Death Row wanted us to see who did the heinous. It was Salty Nerd.
Yeah.
Salty Nerd gave you a bad review.
We were joking. We're like, it's probably Alex.
I had heard that earlier today whenever I was talking to Dutch while we were streaming. Yeah.
Wow, that is rough. 5.
5?
Yeah, he hates this movie because of the kids.
I guess
but we did give it more than most people, so the average is 78. So there you go. There's to tell us. All right, everyone. So there you go. There's our Criticals review. So there you go. All right.
Now you know everything you need to know. Don't ask me any questions.
What?
Like how many movies you haven't seen or have seen?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah,
that
too.
I think I'm lost. Did something happen that I did not know?
What?
No, we're distracting you like you normally would with like your clips. So just continue. It's fine. It's fine.
I'll just tell everybody Beard has seen too many films and not enough.
It works.
Hot dogs.
Okay.
You know what they make those things out of, huh, Chet? You know? Lips and assholes.
Alrighty, there has been some rumors that there is a Goonies 2 coming out. Most of those rumors has been debunked. There was a Goonies 2 video game. Anyone play that?
I remember renting it once to play it.
I definitely didn't, seeing as I had not watched the movie. So,
and now there was a rumor for some of these, like someone, I think Community Notes on X said that Goonies 2: Curse of the One-Eyed Willie, which is pretty funny, was not a real movie. And then Goonies Are Good Enough was the other one that came out recently, where everyone thought there was a second movie, which didn't include Corey Feldman. That also got debunked. And so I don't
Corey
think
Feldman and a couple. There's at least one or other two actors in the original film that came out and said that it wasn't happening.
it's not going to happen. So I don't think it will. I don't think it should. I think it's been too long.
It definitely should not.
There is a good board game that came out a few years ago, though. There's a Goonies Never Say Die board game that's actually pretty good.
But they don't. Doesn't mean they should make a movie.
I don't think anyone should make any movie about anything beloved right now.
This is going back to trivia, but I was gonna say, you know, else who's passed away that was in this film was Mikey's mom, and I think his dad.
Yeah, I also think the what's her Anne
Ramsey.
You know, did you guys know that she won a Saturn Award for her performance in this movie?
No,
she did. She got Best Supporting Actress, so Saturn Award. And that's part of the Academy.
Wow.
I prefer those because that's for the real nerds. Just saying.
Okay. So yeah, Goonies. I mean, I will always enjoy this movie. I don't think I probably watch it when I'm like 80 and enjoy this movie. It's always fun. So if you haven't seen it on like Beard, if you're like one of the few people in the world, I do recommend that you watch it. And enjoy it with your. If you have a kid, enjoy it with them.
If I had little kids, I don't have any kids, but if I had little kids, I would not hesitate to show them this movie.
Okay, well, that's good to know.
That kind of sounded like a threat.
That's good.
R2. What I mean, you said you watched this little Spidey. I'm sure you enjoyed it.
Yeah, he loves watching this.
Yeah, it's fun. It's always fun. Tom, when was the last time you watched it?
I normally watch it actually around like the beginning of the summer. I feel like it's a good start of summer movie. So like I start like end of May, June. I'll watch it once.
Yeah,
like that type of deal. Then for some reason, always followed by Pirates of the Caribbean. It's sort of like a 1-2 Goonies, then Pirates of the Caribbean.
They're both good adventure movies. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hey, there he goes. He said it was good.
Yeah. Look. I haven't said that it's bad. I acknowledge that I'm the problem when it comes to me appreciating it.
You sound like a girl dumping a guy to the friend zone.
It's not you.
It's like not you. It's me.
Yeah, like you said.
That's what she said.
Beard, I just want to let you know, even though some of your opinions are not liked, we do seriously.
I love you. You love me.
What he means to say is some of my opinions are shit.
No, never said that.
Wait, don't you mean some of your opinions are SHIT?
Oh yeah, that's right. SHIT. That's right.
Anyways, I enjoyed our 100th reviewing Goonies, and just kind of joined the fun of that movie with all of you, including Beard. I can't wait, Rick, that when we get to 200, I don't know what it will be, but I think that would be fun. So I know we're gonna get
Beard Goonies again.
Make Beard do Goonies again.
I mean,
I don't know.
Never Say Die.
Let's find whatever other thing is like on the level of Goonies for everybody else that I haven't seen, and then we'll do that for.
Beard has selected some movies that I haven't seen, and there was very few, but I have. I don't remember what that was though.
I was gonna say, please throw out an example.
I don't remember.
Cannonball Run.
I've seen
That's
that.
That's a good. I like that movie.
Okay, you have seen that one. I don't remember what. Dang it!
It was a movie that I watched.
Blues Brothers.
It's a Disney.
There was a movie I watched that I ended up. You both liked it, you and Rick, and I hated it. I don't remember it though.
Oh yeah. SHIT. What was that?
Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right. I picked that thinking that you were a fan of it. You're like, I hate this crap.
We have reviewed this movie too, Defro. Yeah, it is the Goonies of monsters.
No, there was a Disney sailing adventure movie. I can't remember the name
Treasure
right now.
Planet?
No, Treasure Planet's fantastic.
We like that movie.
Treasure Island?
It was like a Norwegian tale about a kid named Håkon Håkonsson, but I can't remember the name of the movie.
Wait, Disney movie about a Norwegian.
I thought you were going to say like a White Squall.
I'm trying to think.
Wait, what are you talking about?
I've mentioned to you before.
One movie I have reviewed that I really don't like.
Kid Named North? Is that one where the guy has all the adoptive parents?
No, I'll have to look it up.
Okay. Well, one movie we have reviewed over the 100 times that I was not on the show for because I actually did not like it is Never Ending Story. By the way, that horse deserved to drown.
How dare you say that for you?
And that was the movie I like when you get
you have a good
I am no longer the most hated person on the panel. Thank you.
Where's Maria? I need Maria. Somebody grab that lady.
No, I'm not gonna cut it. But yes,
Falcor, no.
we could save that for another time. But no, that horse, lazy horse. Anyways, Tom and Nicole, thank you for joining us tonight. This has been fun. We do appreciate your fandom and always kind of hanging out in the chat with us on these nights. And it does bring joy to our hearts to see people in the chat coming and hanging out with us, reviewing these old movies and finding out how old we really are. So we do appreciate that. So yeah, and Rick does too. So
I do. Thank you.
And I do hope, Rick, you are feeling better soon and you can get this all past you and you're here as yourself. I'm hoping in 2 weeks I'll have a really good update for everybody. Though it'll unfortunately be followed by me being gone for about a month. Yeah, so he'll be out for a month, and me and Beard will keep trucking. Maybe we review Never Ending Story, and you'll find out why I do not like the horse. Yeah, they should have named him something else. Yeah, but anyways,
I have to have me on. I'll sit in for Rick.
All right, everyone. You have a good rest of the week. Make sure you check out Nicole on Red 5 Reading.
And Used and Abused.
Used and Abused. And make sure you check out Tom on the road attraction over there. Did I say road or road?
Road. Not road.
Say road. Oh well. I was thinking about your game channel. You haven't done your games in a while. But,
yeah, because it took me like 2 months to get a new cord for my computer because Asus is. Never mind. I'm not going to get into that.
It at the very least, go over there to follow Zort. Everybody's there for Zort.
Yeah,
yes,
go follow Zort. And Beard, what are you doing on your list of stuff?
See, the very next thing is tomorrow on Jacob Ironside's channel, The Wrath of Khan.
Oh.
Unless I am really mixing things up, which is entirely possible.
You probably don't like that movie either.
Oh, that's a fantastic movie. Shut up.
So we ironed down to just being the kids. Okay.
Yeah. I'm everywhere, and I've started doing game streaming on my channel. Linktree/BeardOfLiberty if you want to find out where I am. I'm going to keep it simple there.
Yeah. Rogue, where are you going next on your theme park travels?
It's a good question. I don't know.
Okay.
When are you going to Gatorland?
He's going to
Gatorland when it's not 100 degrees out.
I've only been asking you for nearly.
Okay, so I will do Gatorland. I will do Gatorland November. Okay, November, some point in time, I'll do Gatorland. It's shorter distance than anywhere else for me, and it's not going to be 10,000 degrees.
No, the horse is also in fault there. Nicole, what do you got reading on over there in Red 5 Reading?
Oh my gosh. I cannot wait. We're actually finishing the Aftermath series, but we're about to begin Dracula next month. I'm very excited
Okay.
for them.
Very cool.
So
Very
yeah.
cool.
Right. Stay busy with reviews.
Dracula sucks blood like Beard sucks the fun out of
It's-
Goonies.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm looking
shut
forward
up.
to it. But I also do on the fives. So on the fives, I actually get to know other fellow content creators, and we just have fun time getting to nerd out and geek out over books.
Very cool. Very
Mhm.
cool.
Fun.
Alrighty. All right, everyone. You have a good rest of the week. We will see you. I don't think we're doing anything next Monday. I think we might take a little break, but so we can figure out October. Death Row, you're supposed to send us movies so we can review movies in October with you. I haven't received a list.
Are you guys
Yeah.
going to do any spooky movies in October?
We were supposed to, and Death Row was supposed to send me some because he
I'll
wanted
send you
to.
some.
He wanted to be our third guest for the month of October, and he hasn't sent me anything. He has a video store in his room, and he can't send me a list. I mean, come on.
I can send you a
Anyway.
list, and it's just straight from my mind.
I
It's
know.
crazy.
I know. Death Row needs to get on it. All right, everyone. You have a good week, and again, thanks for everyone, and we'll see you on the next 200th episode. So, see you later.
Good night.
Bye.
Truck to refrigerators to dumpster, 360 spin onto the palace, backflip gainer into the trash.
This is it. Nick. Big just relax and have fun. Just gonna have fun with it.
Talking away. I don't know what to say. I'll say it anyway.
I'm lucky
Today's another day to find you sighing away. I'll be coming for your love, okay?